No a je to tady. Já vás všechny vítám na RGRku. Dneska již v pořadí třetí gameplay Syberia The World Before. Posledně jsme skončili na hudebním náměstí a já jsem tam trošinku jako plejtváček jsem se tam plácal s jedním takovým jakoby s jednou hádankou, jak nastavit ty automatony, protože momentálně náš úkol, který momentálně v Syberii máme, je, aby jsme opět rozezněli to hudební náměstí. A nějak, myslím, že 2 automatony, nebo z celkem 3 bodů, tam 2 máme splněný. Ten 3. bod, ten teď budu dodělávat, tak doufám, že se do toho náměstí nějakým způsobem pustíme a že to uděláme. Každopádně vítej na RGRku, moje jméno je Robert a dneska, následující minimálně 2 hodinky, strávíš v Syberii World Before. Takže rovnou tady. A tady se, já už vím, co se sem dá. Tady se dá tohle. A ono to má být nastavený podle tohohle, podle těchto klapek. Čekaj, takže já se musím podívat tady. No. To je takový jako dost na hovno. Ale to nevadí. Každopádně. Tady dole by měla být díra. Tady nahoře taky. Takže tady to by mělo být puštěný. Takže 1 díra, 2, 1, 2. Tady volno. Tady ty a tady ty buchví. Když dáme back, zkusím to pustit. Yes! And here we are now.
3 working now. 1 more to go.
Tak chyba na mé straně. Máme tam 4 body, který musíme rozjet.
I can't go in.
Tak, co vím, tak 1 bedna, kterou jsme jako nedodělali, tak ta je tady a tam neznám číselný kód.
Looks exactly like Hans's style, like at Bohogstadt.
Tak jo, takže jak se dostat, počkej, tady to je hotový. Tady mám ten pocit, že je naladěný, zupa. Jinak pro ty z vás, kteří jste to neviděli, tak tady momentálně, aby jsme jakoby nějaký ten rébus vyřešili, tak my můžeme přeskakovat mezi 2 časovýma jakoby... Jak bych to řekl? Mezi obdobíma, 2 časovýma obdobíma. 1 je ta Dana Roze a 1 je naše hrdinka. Kde to?
I don't think they mentioned this code in the report. Given the condition of that door, it should give way if I force it a bit.
Impossible, Kate Walker. Such an act is illegal.
Let's just hope that no police come by here.
Tak tady to šlo normálně otevřít na sílu. Na hovaďáka. Dobrý, a tady si přepneme si na Danu Roze, která je vlastně v tom roce 1940, kde to hudební náměstí fungovalo normálně. Tady zkusím posnifovat, jak to tady má být nastavený. Není tohle ono. Tak teď je otázkou, který to je, já mám pocit. Není to tenhle? Yes, that's it. Takže Cčko... A nenastavovali... Ne, tady to jsme nenastavovali. Cčko dole. Přepneme na Kate Walker.
The connection between this mechanism and the other ones on the square seems to be operational.
A určitě tady něco nechybí.
Something's wrong.
Já tady tutově budu dávat tohle kolečko. Ale teď potřebuju s tím jako nějak hnout, počkej. OK. And that's done.
Right. Okay. I think this is the last one.
That's right, Kate Walker. You have to go back and activate the piano on the square like the rector asked you.
Tak pojď nahoru. Pojď, šup, šup. Jakože zahraje na piano tu skladbu. Tak tady máme všechny.
All the mechanisms on the square are working. I just need to deal with.
It looks like this wheel is designed to activate the piano's engine thanks to the dynamo effect, Kate Walker.
Then I guess I'm gonna have to put my thinking cap on again.
Takže tady musíme dát ten musical sheet, počkej. Jo.
Okay, the sheet music is in place. Okay, the sheet music is in place.
Takže počkej, takže back. Musíme se podívat na druhou stranu. Tady se pouští tady to. Tady to funguje všechno. Jsem blázen. Já vím, že ona předtím, když jsme na to jako hráli, tak ona mačkala tohle. Jo, i takhle rovnou. Get back. To je ono.
That doesn't work.
Jak that doesn't work?
That doesn't work.
Neotevřelo se tady něco ještě? Tyhle, to je taky stará záležitost tohle.
I can't play. The engine is off.
No dobře, engine. A jak mám čutnout engine? No ta páčka tady je? Je tady. Ale proč nefachá?
That doesn't work.
Tak počkej, jakože by mi tam nešla šťáva, jo, to je blbost. Tady se něco otevřelo. A něco se tady někde musí zapnout. Vyvolal kde? Počkej, já dám zpátky. Tu jsem blázenství.
All the mechanisms on the square are working. I just need to deal with the piano now.
No jak se to piano dealuje?
The piano mechanism doesn't seem to be working. You probably ought to take a closer look at that strange wheel.
No máme se podívat na to divný kolo. Na ty divný kola, jako myslí tyhle kola? No tady to je nějaký divný... Aha! Hovno. OK. Jak to ale má být takhle? To mám jako natáhnout, ne? Bez tak. To je ono. OK.
Poor little thing.
There is no need to get sentimental, Kate Walker. The automaton was made for a specific purpose. It has no notion of sentiment. Indeed, I would go as far to say that it was a basic monofunctional automaton, unlike some of us more evolved automatons, built to serve several purposes.
Takže tady to je nějaké dojebka, ne? Je to nějaký autíčko.
Broken.
Chybí tam to kolečko tam chybí. Takže počkej, takže já...
Wait, Kate Walker, I am a highly evolved automaton.
Ona tam použila toho Oscara, aby valil tím kolem. Kamaráde, ty budeš makat. Až mě to napadlo hned, ne? Prostě chudáček.
I see.
A už maká.
Any of your irritating habits, Kate Walker?
Look on the bright side, Oscar. Thanks to you, the piano works now.
Well... Is everything all right, Kate Walker?
It's the same. Exactly the same.
I beg your pardon?
The song I just played with the automatons, Vaughan's hymn, it's exactly the same melody as the one my mom's music box used to play. I used to listen to it all the time when I was a kid. We never did find out what it was.
And finding it today represents a major breakthrough, because?
Because it means that there must be a link between Vaughan, my mom, and probably Dana, too. Dana, who looks so much like me.
Ah, a family connection, then.
I don't know, but it's possible. And you can be sure as hell that I'm gonna find out as soon as I've picked up Dana's trail again. Come on, Oscar. Our dear Mahler owes us a file.
Did I already mention how humiliating I think this is?
Oh, you did, Oscar. You did.
No, chudáček makal tam jak zblázněné. OK, takže teď v tom případě teda rozjeli jsme ty automatony, takže by mi neměl být problém dostat od toho principála, nebo co to tam je. Ty data, který žádáme. Myslím, že ta škola by měla být rovnou tady. Uvidíme, jestli nám od toho necouvne.
Thank you. Thank you. I enjoyed your concert so much. Now I can retire fulfilled.
Glad to have been of service. I believe you have a file for me.
Of course, of course. Here it is. Dana Roze, just like you asked.
Thanks. At last.
Tam je stavba kulový, no, ale uvidíme.
Oh, this is definitely Dana's file. Now, the address. Dana's home address in 1937. A detached house, it seems. Number 20, Brücke del Nebel. The Bridge of Mists, huh?
Found what you were looking for?
I think so. Well, thank you. And goodbye.
No, thank you, Fraulein.
Ty kráso, že by bydlela jako 60 let na stejném místě? I don't know. Otázkou je, bude ta Dana živá nebo ne? Kolik by jí bylo? Randall, 80. Takže předpokládám, že teď zpátky na tramvaj. Počkej, jak my se dostaneme pryč z tohohle náměstí? Jo. Right here. Počkej, tohle je to cesta z náměstí ven? Kde je trouba? Je to tak, já jsem trouba. Počkej, jak my jsme se na tohle náměstí vůbec dostali? Jo, tamhle je východ, jako blázen. Nice. Skoro běhá jako fotbalista, ten. Takový očkovky. Tady stačí hitnout tramvaj.
Dana's old house is situated on the Bridge of Mists.
I still haven't had the chance to take the tram, Kate Walker. I can't wait to try it.
A Oskar už se těší na tramvaj. Tak počkej, čambalajka je tady. A nástupiště je tady. Super. Dana's old house. Pojď.
I say, this is a very unpleasant way of travelling, Kate Walker.
I know, Oscar. I promise I'll let you out as soon as possible, okay?
Jakože tohle je most, jakože mlžný most, když to přepravím dobře. Nazdar Linku, vítej na streamu.
According to her registration form from the Music Academy, it was number 20.
Jo, to je jako v Praze s tou tramvají.
The bridge is exactly the same as it was back in the 1930s. Except that it's cleaner. It looks almost new, as if it had been renovated.
Ty krása, ale stejně takováhle technologie, to ani nevím, jestli něco takového někde jako je, jestli někde něco takového existuje prostě. Počkej, nahoru nepůjdeme. Chtělo by se to poptat. Teď přímo hledáme barák té Dany. Počkej, my máme jít na určitý numero, že?
Oscar, any idea where the Roses might have lived?
I suggest you cast an eye over the registration file that the rector of the Music Academy gave you.
Pravda, měli bychom se podívat do toho registru. Ale kde to je? Nějaké dokumenty. Za chvilku bude kirbáca. Ty vole, já jsem pořídil ještě jedno. S Yoshim. A to je o něco lepší. Tak počkej. Ty vole, já tady nemám žádný to, já tady nemám žádný dokumenty. Dana's registration file,
20
nice.
Bridge of Mists. Dana's address in the 30s.
Takže na 20. Na 20. To je 18. Ne, tak já jedno střelím. To nemá cenu mít dvě, že jo.
Looks like the residents on the bridge are pretty mad at the town council.
Počkej, tady se můžeme podívat, Ale jestli to tady je celý zamlžený, tak tady bude vidět pěkný kulový.
So this is where Dana grew up. I wonder if she'd recognize the town of her childhood today. I think she would. That is, if she's still alive. The musical square looks like it's turned into a tourist trap, whereas in the Bridge District it seems like time stood still. It's quite eerie, really. Like if the neighborhood were artificially frozen in time.
Ty kráso, to by byl vejlet. Jsem jí nechal kochat se. Já sám bych se pokochal. Takovým výhledem. Se zvědavě, jak to dopadne, jestli ta Dana Roze bude živá, nebo ne. Co je tady to? To bude 19, pojď.
There's number 20. Dana's old house.
A to je zajímavé, že tam je ta labuť. Tak počkej, můžeme si s někým pokecat? Kolik je? 30? Přes 30?
Souvenirs here look more upmarket than the ones I've seen elsewhere.
Jdeme na to. Tam všude ty labuti.
Tag, Fraulein.
Tak pozdravíš, ne?
On holiday in the region, Fraulein?
Just passing through.
Well, welcome to my little gift shop. Frau Heigl at your service.
I must say you have a beautiful shop, Frau Heigl.
Thank you, Fraulein. All our souvenirs are made for excellence, as we like to say here, all by local craftsmen. Were you looking for something in particular?
Well, I'm actually looking for someone, not something. Someone who used to live in this house, and I was wondering if you could help.
Well, there were quite a few owners before I bought the shop last autumn, so I can't really...
So her name was Dana Roze. She lived here before the war. I was hoping to find some kind of trace of her here, so I could continue my search.
I see. Well, I have heard of the Roses, but I can't say if there's anything left of them inside the house.
But don't you live here?
No. My husband and I live in the suburbs. You see, the bridge was sacked just before the war, during the pogrom against the Vagrants. Oh, truly awful events. And then the neighbourhood was bombed, just after the war during the liberation. And many of the houses were damaged, including this one. They were hastily renovated after the war, but they remain mostly derelict.
Well, it doesn't look like the house was damaged from what I can see. Your shop is charming, and so is the rest of the district.
Thank you. That's because after the initial renovation, the council financed major rehabilitation work on the facades. But if the truth be told, they left the proprietors to foot the bill for our interiors. That's why my husband and I had to spend all our savings so that the shop interior shows the same high standard that we demand of our suppliers.
That's a shame.
Yes, and if the council persists in refusing to help fund the renovation works, there won't be any residents left on the bridge, let alone independent quality stores like mine. There'll be nothing left but bland franchise stores, like the one further along the bridge or on the musical square.
You mentioned a pogrom against this neighborhood's vagrant community. Can you tell me more?
As much as anyone who knows anything about Wagen, I guess. It happened in 1938, if I recall correctly. A few months after Austria and Ostertal were annexed by the Brown Shadow.
What happened?
Well, the Brown Shadow organised riots against Vagrants on false pretexts. It led to pogroms throughout all the annexed countries, including this house.
Were the Roses home when it all happened?
Like I said, Fraulein, I don't know, but I hope not.
So between the pogrom, the bombing, and the whole house being renovated, there's little chance of me finding any trace of the Roses.
It's not quite like that. To be honest, we didn't have the funds to renovate the rest of the house, so we used the upper floors for storing.
Really?
And now that you mention it, I do recall coming across old photographs from before the war, here and there in the house. The successive owners didn't want to throw them out, and I suppose they must have left them there.
Would you mind if I went upstairs to take a look? Unless you would kindly bring the photos down yourself.
Well, I can hardly leave the shop unattended while I go... I don't even know you, Fräulein.
I see. In that case, would you mind if I had a look upstairs myself?
Don't take it personally, Fraulein, but I don't know you enough to trust you. I'm very sorry. Now, if you'll excuse me, Fraulein, I have a customer.
I conjecture that you were inefficient in trying to persuade the shopkeeper, Kate Walker. How are you going to access the upper floors now?
I don't know, Oscar. By getting creative, I guess.
I conclude I can trust you on that score, Kate Walker?
If I could manage to draw Frau Heigl this way, I'd be able to get through the service door and to the staircase without her noticing. But how?
No tak určitě. Počkej,
No.
Co bychom tam mohli dát?
I was not conceived to perform this function, Kate Walker.
Tak počkej. Ty vole, už zase to je hádanka. Takže co teď?
Made in Vagen.
To je jenom suvenýrek. K těm dveřím se nedostaneme. Počkej, podíváme se tady. Čím bychom to jako okecali?
More gifts. I would have preferred it to still be full of paintings, I think.
Tak oni se tady soustředí jenom na nějaký jako dárky. Co bychom tam mohli dát? Ale původně tady ten obchod vypadal úplně jinak. Byly tam samý obrazy, ten otec, který byl.
Excuse me, I must just serve the gentleman.
Jo, takhle. A když zajdeme, počkej.
Frau Heigl won't let me enter the service entrance. What should I do?
Remember Nick Canton, Kate Walker. What better than a diversion?
It's right in Frau Heigl's line of vision, too. I'm gonna have to draw her away if I want to sneak through that service door to the upper floors.
Bez tak tady máme udělat nějaký bordel nebo něco takového, ale... Co to má co dělat s tady tím?
Made in Vagen.
A hlavně proč je tamhle vzadu takový prázdný místo? No to právě nejde. Počkej, tady něco.
All our gifts are handmade by craftsmen in Vagen.
To je jako kdyby nějaká kniha se měla jít.
Wrong one. Impossible.
Veď já nic nemám.
No, I don't think so.
Co bych tam jako mohl dát? Co už bylo zima ven? Ty vole, to bude zase... To bude zase hledáníčko. Není něco tady? Jo, je tady akorát bordel. Dáš mi kouda? Tak něco.
Can't leave now. There are still things to do here.
Takhle hezky, jo. Ale mezi mrtvejma tady není. Zatím teda. Dana. Není. A, B, C, D, ne. A nemáme tady něco náhodou najít. Počkej. Ty vole, že tohle to máme, počkej.
Some of the names are covered up with dirt. How could I clean it?
Ty vole, my budeme ještě čistit bordel, jo.
Some of the names are covered up with dirt. How could I clean it?
No to je pěkný, ty jo. Tak počkej. Warnung, co to je? Je storm warning, aha, to je to stejný. Tady asi předpokládám, že jsem
Protests in the neighborhood and a big storm coming tonight. I sure wouldn't want to be in the mayor's shoes right now. Anyway, I'd better focus back on Dana.
Ty vole. Počkej.
I need to find something to distract Frau Heigl.
You can use the vending machine near the souvenir shop, the one near the tramway stairway.
Cože, jako co? Jako fakt, jakože poblíž je tady automat, který můžeme jako využít, poblíž tramvaje, jo. Co to je za hovadinu? A co tam, jako že si o tam tu něco koupíme a něco jí tam dáme a budeme fejkovat, že to není pravý, jo, nebo něco takový.
A book about Vaughan's history during the war. Maybe it could be useful later. A book about Vaughan's history during the war. Maybe it could be useful later.
No jak to mám koupit? Tady se nemůže pětiprstit, že jo? Počkej, a ta vending machine poblíž tramvajové zastávky je jako kde? Jsem si vůbec nevšiml, jako že tady někde poblíž je prostě nějaký automat. Ona tady nahoru nemůže, takže nahoru. A že by to bylo jako nahoře? Ale to... Koho by to jako napadlo? A tady je hovno. To je pěkný, to. Maybe tamhle je vending machine, akorát, že tady ta machine nevypadá jako bedna, ale je to tamhle ten automaton. OK.
Don't even think about it, Kate Walker. Haven't I already been damaged?
That doesn't work.
Ty děláš si prdel. Co to je? Jakože tady to je k ničemu.
I need to find something to distract Frau Heigl.
You can use the vending machine near the souvenir shop, the one near the tramway stairway.
Vedle suvenýr shopu.
No a kde je souvenir shop?
To je ten shop, co tam byla ona, ne?
No dobře. Ale tady žádná vending machine není, že jo? Nebo ty něco vidíš? Počkej. To piju vodu s BCAčkama.
Souvenirs here look more upmarket than the ones I've seen elsewhere.
No jako poblíž. Ale tady je prostě hovno. Počkej, možná. A on říkal, že je to poblíž jako... Poblíž toho. Poblíž nástupiště na to. Nástupiště na tu tramvaj, ale... No to je zase kultura, ty vole. Tady je nějaký vending machine. Tady nic není. Tady je vending machine, to bude ono, jenže já na to nemám prostě systém. Ty vole, to jsem blázen, zase tady budu bloudit jak idiot. A s kým si mám promluvit, tady se mnou nechce nikdo kecat, tady se mnou nikdo nic nechce mět. On řekl jako near railway station a to je ono, že jo? A proč ona tohle jako tu knihu nemůže vzít?
A book about Vaughan's history during the war. Maybe it could be useful later.
Maximálně mi tady z toho jebne, to jo, počkej. Tak protože tady jako nemůžu nic, že jo? Tady k téhle osobě nemůžu nic, tady taky nic, hledat tady něco, jestli je ní. Tam nemůže, super. Tady taky nemůžu mluvit nic. Tak co bych tady měl dělat, že jo? Hlavně v mém inventáři taky nic není, že jo? Tady je jenom ten výhled.
I need to find something to distract Frau Heigl.
You can use the vending machine near the souvenir shop, the one near the tramway stairway.
Vending machine automat. Tady se otočí, jakože nemůže jít dál.
Now. There are still things to do here.
A jediný, co vypadá jako vending machine, jako automat, je ten robot, že jo? Tady je jako spoustu věcí, které nedávají smysl. Třeba jako utřít, jak utřít ten bordel. A proč budu utírat to umíjící rukou? Hleda ještě, jestli nemám něco vzít tady odsud. Já se podívám dovnitř. Něco, co bych jako použil toho automatona, ale... Tam stojí a čumí, jenom jestli.
More gifts. I would have preferred it to still be full of paintings, I think.
Ty vole, to není možný. Tady prostě fakt nic není.
Made in Wagen.
Ale jako tady se na to můžu koukat úplně ze všech stran a stejně je to k hovnu.
That's a great idea, Oscar. But how do you create a diversion?
That Frau Heigl seems to care a great deal about the quality of the products in her shop. Wouldn't it look great if we added, let's say, an exotic touch?
Počkej, jakože tohle to máme...
Made in Wagen.
Nějak jako dojebkat to, jo.
That's a great idea, Oscar. But how do you create a diversion?
That Frau Heigl seems to care a great deal about the quality of the products in her shop.
Což znamená, že my sem máme dát něco levného.
Let's say an exotic touch.
If I could manage to draw Frau Heigl this way, I'd be able to get through the service door and to the staircase without her noticing. But how?
No jasný, my tam máme dát něco lacinýho, ale...
Better try something else.
Ale co?
Must have got it wrong.
No, Kate Walker.
Better try something
Já nic
else.
takového nemám. Si to mám vycucat ze zadku? Proto to mám vytáhnout z té vending machine, že jo? Jenže to prostě koukám, bude problém, ty jo, tady. Jsem si dal to nic není, ty jo. Co tady ty dveře? Tady normálně v téhle hře člověk stráví jenom dlouhý hodiny tím, že lítá jak idiot ze strany na stranu, protože vůbec neví, co tady má dělat. Jako. Tady se má něco vložit, ale jako...
Wrong one.
Jako co? Počkej, peníze? Co, jo?
One thing's for sure, this souvenir wasn't made in Wagen. Whoa! That's one shrill version of the hymn of Wagen.
Jo, ona jí tam dá tady ten levnej paskvil. No konečně, ty vole. Tak to je jasný. Nice. Tady dám tuhle tu lacinou labuťku. Velice nenápadně, velice nenápadně.
What's that awful noise? Excuse me, sir.
No.
Oh, there it is. How awful. That certainly doesn't belong in my shop. We don't sell such cheap and tacky items.
Velice nenápadně.
Great. I don't think Frau Heigel's noticed a thing.
Why don't you try to locate Dana Roze's room, Kate Walker? Then you can look for more clues about her.
Good idea. Let's just hope Frau Heigel won't come up.
Ty kráso. Tady ještě, tady to je stařičký. Počkej, tady to má označit, ten.
This photo shows the house partially destroyed. Must have been taken after the bombing that preceded the liberation of Wagen.
Je to nějaký cíga. Počkej, žádný exit.
This is where Frau Heigel must take her breaks. In remembrance of the eternal bond between the Roses and the Zimmers. Signed, Adam Z.
Okay. A tady to jsou ty její rodiče, ne? Nebo tohle? Tohle jsou její rodiče, ne? Ne, počkej, tyhle. Ty, už jsem zmatený.
It's dark in here. Hardly surprising with those windows boarded up. More stock for the shop.
Počkej, takže tady nic. Počkej, co je tady? Proč je tam napsáno exit? My jsme nic nenašli. Tak počkej, to mi nesedí, tam něco musí být. Že by tady? Počkej. Se ještě podívám tady. Takový barák musí mít cenu úplně nesmyslnou. Mi neříkej, že tam je jenom jako tolik.
I wonder where Dana's room can be.
I'm afraid you'll have to inspect every room on every floor, Kate Walker.
Že tady to má víc floors? Ale tady jako
Dark
tma.
in here. Hardly surprising with those windows boarded up.
Bych chtělo jako trošku to uvolnit.
More stock for the shop.
Rada, kdybychom trošku jako roztáhli okno. A to mělo i nějakou cestu nahoru nebo dolů? Tady nic není, a tady bychom vyšli ven, co to je za blbost? Tam je tutově zazděný někde nějaký patro. Jo, tady, já jsem úplně idiot. To je dobrý bordel.
Nothing of interest in here. A double bed, plenty of space. Must have been Dana's parents' bedroom. So where's Dana's room then? The number of rooms don't add up.
Just what I needed.
Okay, nějaký infíčko. Tady nic, takže exit. Takže to bude dole. Jo, to jsou ty její rodiče, jasný, jo.
A family portrait. That must be Dana with her parents.
Ty kráso, ty 200 milionů let, až najdem. Jo, počkej, já tohle musím mít zpátky takhle. Možná mě to jako přinutí se asi na něco podívat. Tady se můžeme jenom podívat.
Just what I needed.
Bez tak nás tady načape, si myslím. Čekaj, ještě se podíváme nahoru, jde to ještě?
It's been bricked up. Most likely during the post-war renovation works Frau Heigl spoke of.
Je takhle, takže tady je to násilím utnutý. Takže o kousek dolů. Tady by to mělo být nahoře. Tady nahoře by to mělo být.
Huh. The bedroom in the background of the portrait must be located in the attic.
Jakože to je nahoře.
According to the light and the clock behind Dana, Her room must face north. That's it, Oscar. I think I know where Dana's room is.
Enlighten me, Kate Walker.
Well, one of the photos shows a bedroom that's not on the second floor, right? And we know that the staircase was bricked up during the renovation and led to another floor. So that's got to be where we'll find Dana's missing bedroom.
It seems plausible, indeed.
It does. And if we're lucky, the room might be pretty much like Dana left it all those years ago, and potentially with clues to put us back on our track. I've just got to find a way to get to that third floor bedroom.
Seeing as you failed to create a positive bond with Frau Hegel, the next rational step would be to take a look outside the building, Kate Walker.
You're right, Oscar. Let's go and see.
No počkej, ale jak se tam dostaneme?
It's dark in here. Hardly surprising with those windows boarded up.
Tam byl takový důležitý pohled zrovna na ten... Ty vole, jak se tam dostanu? Jak se dostat nahoru, když je to nahoře zazděný?
In your opinion, Oscar, how can I reach Dana's bedroom?
The inside stairway is walled up, but there might be another way to the upper floor.
Počkej, tak možná jít dolů. Pryč ze shopu a dostat se tam jako úplně jinak. Jo, nenápadně vyjde, pohodička.
I'm sorry I couldn't help you, Fraulein.
Přes lešení bych to viděl. Že by mě to pustilo přes baráky? Ne. Ne teď.
Can't leave now. There are still things to do here.
No já bych to viděl, když jakoby vnitřní lešení je zavřený. Tak se tam dostat nějak jinak, že jo? No jasný.
Oscar, I need your opinion on this.
That's better.
Looks like that fire escape staircase serves every floor of the house.
That is correct, Kate Walker. Perhaps you should find a way to use it.
Take a look.
Better try something else.
To nic není.
So what do you think, Oscar?
I think I would have liked a body with longer front legs.
I was talking about the window up there. Must be Dana's room, right?
Oh, of course. There is a high probability that you are not wrong, Kate Walker.
Jo, ten Oscar je tam na pohodu. Se vždycky rozbalí malinká kulička na pohodu. No počkej, ale jak tam?
Looks like the staircase serves every floor, including Dana's.
I conjecture that you are probably right, Kate Walker.
No dobrý, ale teď teda dolů.
Well, we can't get to the staircase from the first floor windows.
No to je teda, to objevila věc. Může se dostat odsud, že jo?
The second floor windows will be of no use to reach the staircase.
Indeed, Kate Walker, all the windows you could have used are obstructed.
No tak normálně zvenku, ne? No zevnitř to nejde, všechny jsou zazděný.
The ladder to the first floor is up. It's too high for me to pull down.
Si tam se něco přitlačí bez tak.
Looks like there's a mechanism up there to lower the ladder.
Myslím, že na tohle už asi koukat nebudeme. Jo, počkej, já tady hele, tady.
That drain pipe leads to a ledge that leads to the staircase.
According to my calculations, the drain pipe will not hold you, Kate Walker. And even if you were lighter, the ledge is too narrow for you to stand on.
Hey, are you trying to tell me something, Oscar?
Yes, you are too heavy and too wide, Kate Walker, for the ledge.
Gee, thanks, Oscar.
Je moc těžká, moc široká.
So basically, it's not going to be easy to use the staircase to get to Dana's room.
There is no other way. Access is denied from inside the first and second floors, and the third floor stairwell is bricked up. The fire escape staircase is the only possibility, Kate Walker. But you cannot climb up the drain pipe because of your weight and size.
I heard you the first time, thanks.
You are welcome, Kate Walker. So, the only way up is by the fire escape staircase, and that means lowering the ladder from the first floor.
Bez tak tam půjde on.
Well, in that case, there's only one solution. As you're so light and slim, Oscar, you'll have to climb up the drain pipe and walk across the ledge for me. Then you just need to activate the mechanism to lower the steps so that heavy me can take the staircase route.
I was not made to climb up drain pipes, Kate Walker. I am a precision-made automaton.
Come on, Oscar. You saved the day more than once at Baranor. It must be second nature by now.
But how can I lower myself to scurrying like a rat?
Because you're a fine fellow and my faithful friend?
A už je to tady.
Kate Walker, help! I believe I am stuck here.
Cože? You can sometimes switch between Kate and Oscar. Už je teď staklej.
Stay calm, Oscar. I'm coming.
Vůbec mě prdel bez tak jenom, no to je trouba.
Climbing like a common squirrel. This is a disgrace.
Prý, že šplhá jako veverka.
Yes, Kate Walker. I just need to...
Hang on tight, Oscar.
Oh, I am, Kate Walker. Believe me, I am.
You gotta jump now, Oscar. Hurry!
Hezky.
Well done, Oscar. Glad that you're safe and sound.
I guess that's one way of putting it, Kate Walker.
I'm also glad you haven't lost your positive attitude.
That useless body. Now I must find another way.
Mě by zajímalo, jestli Oscara použijou ještě do něčeho jiného. Jako tady je vidět, že...
Be careful there, Oscar.
když se dá jeho srdce do nějakého jiného automatona, tak to docela funguje.
Oh dear, that can't be good. Oh dear. Now, Miss Pigeon.
To je koňáček.
Madam Pigeon, then. I beg your pardon. Now, Madam Pigeon, would you be so kind as to make way? I guess I'm going to need help here. Get Walker!
Je to tak, hodíme kámen po zvířeti. To je hrůza, chudáček to zvíře.
Can't throw it at the pigeon, but maybe I can use it some other way. Sorry, Oscar.
And it's done.
Made our point, I guess.
To je ale šikovná veverka.
Now, maybe this body will be useful in the end.
A je to hrozně hezky udělaný, ale. Tak makej, baby. Ale jak on použije to? Jako ten klíč? Nebo to stačí jenom zmačknout? A to udělal jak tohle? Já chci vysvětlení. Ty jak pěkně přijel ten, viď? Ten žebříček.
Kate Walker, if I were meant to be used as a cannonball, I would have been given a fuse. This is highly irregular.
Tuck your head in, Oscar. 1,
If Hans Vorarlberg could see me now,
2, 3.
Ne. Ona ho používá úplně na všechno. Chudák zvěře.
Undignified! Oh my. Oh my. Really? Is this any way to treat an intelligent automaton? Really, if Mr. Vorarlberg could see me now...
He would say, "You've saved the day again, Oscar. You've exceeded all expectations by far." Okay, let's try and find out what became of Dana after No doubt about it. This must have been Dana's room.
Jakože to ještě funguje po těch letech, jo. Hej, není tady to náhodou to její ocenění?
Music symbols, but they don't seem related to the diploma. It's from the Music Academy.
Hej, tak tady... Jo. OK. Tady je kód.
That's not it. I should search for more clues in the room.
No počkej, tady z toho Music Diploma, tady jsou nějaký... Ty vole, ale co je tohle? Tak první je tady to, druhý nevím. První bylo s jedním. Teď je otázka, jaký je mezi tím rozdíl. Vlnovka, měsíc a to. Čekaj, takhle zpátky. Vlnovka. Měsíc. A tohle. Ale to nebude sedět.
That's not it. I should search for more clues in the room.
Že by tady mělo být more clues, jo.
Now's not the right time to leave.
There's something underneath. Can't reach it. Can't be that heavy.
To už můžeme vytáhnout, ne?
That's better.
No dobré, ale jako... Dává to smysl? Tohle je jako... Chce tohle?
It won't
To byl
open.
čistě obank tohle.
I'm pretty sure I've collected all the clues I could in the room, though. I should take a look at the documents and items in my diary. Music symbols, but they don't seem related to the diploma.
Mě by spíš zajímalo, co je jakoby ten symbol, který je tady poškrábaný. Měsíc tohle. A nechybí tam jeden. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Čeká, to vyblejsknu. Tak. A jdu hledat. Tohle to... Proč jsou tady dva, ale? Ne. Tady ten je prodloužený, takže tenhle. No právě domyslíš, víš co, to je právě... Tady má být tady ten. Tady ten. A co může být tohle? To vypadá na to Bčko, na tohle.
Oh, come
Ty vole, zase
on.
hovno.
I'm sure it must be the right combination of symbols. Oh, I must have missed something. Maybe the symbols aren't the only thing I need to set on each wheel.
Počkej, a nemá něco spojitýho tady to namalování jako tohle? Ty vole, ale to nedává smysl. Co to jako je tohle? Jakože... Jakože některý mají být... Tady to je to mačkátko z boku. Jakože... Jo, počkej, my se na to máme jako podívat z boku. A když se na to podíváme z boku... Takže by jako tahle řada měla být to, jo. Tady má být výstupek. A tady to bez výstupku.
I could swear I found the right combination. What else could I set on the wheels in addition to the symbols?
Jeden výstupek, druhý výstupek, třetí výstupky. Ty mě to vůbec nedopaluje. Zmáčknout to vyvýšené. Ještě to právě nevím. Jak tam ten obrázek je? Nahoře vyvýšený 2 a dole vyvýšený 1. Ty vole, teď ono to má vypadat takhle. Já už to chápu. Já jsem ona se na to vždycky podívá z boku. A který je ten důležitý? Který je ten barevný? Když to posunu takhle, tak špatně. Když to posunu takhle a podívám se z boku, tak zase špatně. Já už to chápu. Jo, to je ono. Takže back. Tady to. Z boku. To je ono. I got it now. Tady to má být tak. Je to tady, že jo? Super. Hele, já si to možná vyfotím, ať tam furt nelítám jak idiot. Tak. A tady má být teda jedno to ucho. A teď je otázkou, který, jestli tohle. Ale pod tímhle s tím uchem být nic nemá, takže to musí být tohle druhý. Tohle. Tady je to dobře. Tady je to dobře, tady měsíček dolů a tady má být tahle. Ne, to nemůže být, to musí být tahle. Teď to z boku musí vypadat takhle. To je ono.
It won't open, and yet I'm pretty sure the combination of
Tady dole
symbols is
ještě něco je
right.
špatně.
There must be something else to set with the wheels.
Ty vole. Tady to je tady špatně. Co když ten měsíček má být opačně? A teď je asi špatně tohle. To je ono. It's done.
Thing's stuck.
It's blocking it.
Thing's stuck.
Bez tak tam bude hovno vevnitř. Nice.
This was written not long after her time at the refuge. A letter from Leon. So he did write back to Dana after the expedition left Kantar, the capital of Baltayar. The High Plateau of Baltayar, October 25th, 1937. My darling Edelweiss.
I hate myself for not sending you news more often, and for not being able to receive news of you. I find myself now where probably no other modern-day human has ever ventured before. I regret to inform you that I won't be able to go back to Europe with my fellow survivors. Something bad happened during the expedition. I, no doubt, am partly to blame. Nevertheless, I would like you to know my version of the events. After hard days of hiking, we set up our base camp on the threshold of a high valley where rhododendrons grew. All the witnesses seemed to concur. This was where the Gorun, the famous man of the mountains, was most frequently sighted. For many long weeks, we explored without success every valley and mountain surrounding the camp. Autumn was approaching, the rivers started to freeze at the edges, and the prospect of having to head back with nothing for our toil was becoming more and more apparent. The joyful banter of the first weeks was no more. The men were becoming moody and tense. Especially our chief, Reinhard Berger. Up we get, Leon. Another day on a wild goose chase. I'd better get kitted up before going out. Horst has already left. The scolding that Berger gave them yesterday about their lack of results in tracking down the Gorons really got to him.
Jo, tady v té Syberii hrajeme úplně za všechny. Tak ty si představit, ráno se probudíte zmrzlý jak hovno a ještě se musíte opláchnout ve vodě, no, ty krás.
All those books. Only Horst could cot about works of anthropology beyond the frontiers of the known world. The march of science knows no bounds for him.
Počkej, neměl by se oblíknout?
The letters I got from Dana before leaving Kantar with the expedition. Hope I can get back to sketching the valley. But with Berger putting on the pressure at the moment, I doubt it. I'm so glad Junta lent it to me. I was able to take wonderful pictures behind Berger's back.
Čekaj, teď teda se pojat asi ven, ne?
I should take my gear before going out.
Take his gear.
All those books. Only Horst could cot about works of anthropology beyond the frontiers of the known world. The march of science knows no bounds for him. I ought to bring all the equipment together before I take my bag. Must remember to fill it up before I leave the camp. These biscuits don't compare with old Gustav's cooking, but at least they fill you up. I ought to bring all the equipment together before I take my bag.
Tohle, okay.
No chance of me venturing into the mountain without that. I'm so glad Junta lent it to me. I was able to take wonderful pictures behind Berger's.
Nice. Ty krása, už se mi se to neskompletuju.
Better get going before.
Do you know what time it is?
Time to be heading out?
Enough! You couldn't care less whether we find the Gorons or not, could you? Well, mark my words, Coppertease. You'd better change your bloody attitude.
You know full well Huss and the Brown Shadow forced me into this. And besides, my mission was to guide you and the rest of the expedition here, not to get involved in your harebrained research.
I couldn't give a damn. Everyone has already started except you. So you just get your butt upstream and help Sauer carry out his research. The idiot is capable of getting himself lost again.
All right. I'm not your enemy, you know.
I don't think you understand the gravity of the situation, Leon. If we don't find a specimen of the Goron, the Brown Shadow will... Look, just go find Sauer. Please. Now!
Jakože máme najít ztracenýho blbce, jo, protože na ně tlačí ty náckové.
Poor animal. Berger's gone out of his mind with this search for the abominable snowman of his. No one here. Bauer and Jaeger must have already taken off in search of the Goron.
Tak tohle to nedám.
Jaeger and Bauer have been a bit heavy-handed with the alcohol these past few evenings. Morale of the troops is at an all-time low.
Přemýšlím, jak bychom... To bez tak budeme muset zjišťovat to číslo taky.
The mountain's dangerous and we're prepared for the worst. I only hope we don't have to use it. Not what you'd call cute, this Gorun. Just as well they haven't found it yet.
Dnes tak hledali nějakýho sněžného mužíka. Co se tam točí? Rumáka?
With this, I'll be able to venture out for as long as it takes to find Sour.
Počkej, a teď je otázkou, tady jsme vyšli odsud, dobrý. Hlavně mi neříkejte, že se frajer ztratil rovnou za těma. Za stanama, jako.
Better get going.
Oni mi dali ještě na výběr, jo. Teď doufám, že jsem něco nepodělal nebo něco nevzal. To by byl docela průser.
Autumn is here. We'd better leave the mountain soon, or we won't survive. Anyone there? Looks like someone's left their gear over there. Better check it out. Stopping to read in the middle of the wilds. That's Sour all over. Whoever it belongs to must have left in a hurry to have left it behind.
Okay, jakože...
One of us must have stayed here. For a rest, maybe? One of the scientists must have stopped for a rest here. Most probably Sour. But what made him leave in such a hurry that he left behind all his gear? What on earth is that? That mark must be what caused Sour to stop and rest for a while. I'd better head out and try to find him to clarify the situation.
Neříkej, že tady ještě najdeme nějakýho sněžného muže.
What in God? Sour? What in the world?
Shh! Look what I found. Is that a Gorun? Yes, it's a Gorun. I heard him cry as I was taking a break near the path. Hurry, we must go fetch the others.
You go. He looks injured. I'd better stay and try and reach him before the current carries him away.
Right, Leon. Okay. But don't lose him.
All right, little fella. Don't move. I'm coming to get you.
No počkej. A to je nějaká opice bez tak.
Current's too strong to swim across. Better find another way.
No já nevím, to by si zvládnu s tou sekerou spíš, ne? A ne, ty vole, znič nůž na jeden strom. Okay, good one.
Easy, Leon. Now's not the time to get a dunking.
Teď je otázkou, co s tou opicou jako hodlá dělat.
Take it easy. I'm not going to hurt you. I just want to look at your wound. What can I give him to show I mean no ill? There you go. Good boy. It's all right.
Co tady mám jako dělat, proboha? Možná se máme stáhnout jako dozadu, jasně.
Don't be afraid. You're all right, fella. Good boy. Eat up, fella.
Ty vole, takový tvrdý sušenky.
It's good, isn't it? Leg broken. I just want to look at it, all right? Look, little fella. If you let me see your wound, you can have another biscuit later, yes? It's broken, all right. Must be very painful. You're a brave boy. If I could clean the wound and brace your leg, we should be able to get you back to camp and make it better. Hold on. I'll be right back. Just be patient, little fella. I'll be right back.
Já se zlomil haxnu, no.
They're straight enough to help get the Gorun back to camp. They're straight enough to help get the Gorun back to
Já úplně
camp.
nevím, jestli chce jako do kempu zrovna.
I could use those creepers to tie up the Gorun's splint. They seem to be stuck.
Ty kráso, ano, ty, když jsi ve vojenských podmínkách, něco.
That mark, judging by the shape, must have been made by the Gorun, probably before it got injured. I wonder what it means. Here we go, fella. This is going to sting us. There, wasn't so bad, was it?
Nevím, no, jestli by to dopadlo takhle.
Now we just need to find a way to get you back across.
Nevytáhl tam nějaký goldy. Jo, on něčím maluje.
Hey! Did you do that, little fella? Well, better drawing than talking, huh?
To vypadá skoro až neuvěřitelně, co? Takhle s opicou jde, tyjo, na políčku. Opica už jde, jak kdyby neměla zlomenou nohu.
Now we just have to wait for the others. Huh? Oh, you want another biscuit? You learn quick.
Tvrďácký biskyty pro tvrdý opice.
It was a young specimen, my darling Dana. Almost like a child. And as soon as we made eye contact, I knew this was a creature endowed with reason. When my companions joined me, I immediately sensed we did not share the same point of view. They seemed blinded by the discovery. They couldn't see the individual.
No je to tak, oni ho chtěli jenom polapit.
It was clear the young Goran wasn't a person in their eyes, just a subject for study. In their excitement, they seemed to lose all common sense.
What is wrong with it? Fruit! Have some fruit!
You shut him up in a cage! What do you expect? He's frightened!
Shut it up, or I'm going to gag it! What's that?
Všichni skončí dojebaný. Ale jedna je tamhle.
must be the Gorin's mother. If we give it back, she'll probably leave.
And deprive us of an adult specimen? Are you mad? All right, Mama.
Look at the size of her burger. Wound her, then we'll never get her back alive.
Who said we need her alive? They can't all be live specimens, can they?
No! Sorry about that, burger, but I couldn't let you shoot them. Reinhard, you all right?
Dostal čenichovku jako ženy.
But he's killed Burger. Bauer, wait. You saw. It was an accident. He was going to kill the Gorin, sir. So I had no intention to...
Shut it, assassin!
My head.
Jo, teď? Try to escape. Takže.
That stone looks sharp enough. If I can reach it, maybe I can cut myself free.
Takhle tady ten kámen vypadá ostře, jo. To má snad bokoska špadový krávy, ne?
I'll bring him some soup. We can't let him starve to death.
Bastard doesn't deserve food.
Typical horse, eh? Always the good Samaritan.
Aren't you afraid I was going to run for it?
They intend to hand you over to the authorities in Kantar for the murder of Reinhard Berger.
Convenient for them.
Well, that's not how it's going to be. I don't agree with what you did. But you don't deserve what Bauer and Jaeger intend for you. You must pretend to be tied up. Wait for them to fall asleep. Then take your gear and get as far away from here as possible. Hear me?
Yes, but what? So there you have the full story, my darling Dana. I don't know what will become of me, where my escape will lead me over the coming weeks, or what my life of a murderer on the run will be like. always remember that my love for you is as strong as ever, and that my greatest desire is to hold you in my arms. I love you more than anything in the world. Leon, your Highland painter.
Dana! Oh my goodness! Dana! What's wrong, puppet? Lena, come, quick!
Dear Diary, so much has happened since I received Leon's letter a few days ago. I'm slowly recovering. Today, Papa and Mama told me that I was going to leave for a while. I'll explain what's going on, but I don't know where to begin. I need to gather my thoughts as I finish packing my suitcase.
Jo takhle, ona neumřela, ona je těhotná.
The medication to treat my cough. Mama is forcing me to take it again since I collapsed after getting Leon's letter. I should pack it. I was planning to give up all my old toys and dolls. But now I guess I'm going to need them in a few years. I can't believe Leon is on the run, all alone in those mountains in the middle of winter. I need to finish packing my suitcase before we say goodbye, dear diary. That scientist I met at the refuge, Zawa, he brought me the letter after his return from Baltayar. As I said, dear diary, I'm leaving tomorrow. Papa and Mama are sending me to a sanatorium out of town for a few months. They say it's for continuing my convalescence. In other words, to send me and my secret away from prying eyes. My parents have accepted the offer from their longtime friends, the Zimmers, to pay for my hospitalization at the sanatorium. The Zimmers said it was in the name of their long friendship with Papa and Mama. But I think they feel bad that they can afford to flee Vagen in the Brown Shadow, whereas Mama and Papa can't.
Takže to je jasný, takže dřív než to vybombardovali tady ten barák, tak ona byla pryč. Zaujímavé. No teď ne?
The ideal summer and winter resort in the most picturesque and enchanting spot looking over the river Dombra. Well, let's hope that's true.
S tím jeho přítelem? S ním jejím? No oni to tady teď vysvětlovali. Byli na nějaký ty expedici, on chtěl chránit tu opici, pro kterou si přišla máma. Dal tam frajerovi facku a ten padnul hotovej. No ten, co mu přinesl to jídlo, tak s ním jako mu řekl, že se nesouhlasí s tím, co jako udělal, že ho zabil, ale že ho nemůže nechat těm dvou frajerům, protože pro něj plánujou jako smrt a tohle, že jo, tak mu povolil uvázání a řekl mu, že to musí vypadat jako, že je uvázaný a počkat, až dva frajeři usnou a ať uteče, jak daleko to jde.
To, že jí napsal jenom dopis.
Jo. Ježišmarja, no. A měl se vrátit, věď, jako miláček a... A prosím tě. Ale tam jde o to, že jako soud by pro něj byl. Nebo si myslíš, jako, že v té době, když někoho zabiješ, tak to bylo v pohodě? Indiánská bácholka? Prej on mu vlepil jednu takovou, že se mu obrátilo kousavý dozadu.
Junta inspired me, I guess. I'm almost done here. I just need to add my medicine and the brochure Hertzimmer gave Papa and Mama. Oh, and a little souvenir of them. Poor Papa and Mama. They were devastated when the doctor they called after I collapsed discovered my secret. That secret I dared not speak about to anyone. Not even you, dear diary. Now I can tell you. I'm pregnant, dear diary. Leon is the father. There were a lot of tears and screams when the doctor told Papa and Mama. But they finally decided to pretend that the baby will be the foster child of a missing relative. I know everyone expects me to feel guilty, but I can't help thinking of names. If it's a boy, of course it'll be Leon, to bring his father good luck. And if it's a girl, I think I'll call her Anna. Papa looks 10 years older since he learned of my pregnancy. But what seems to have affected him the most was to ask Hertzimmer for help. Mama says Leon is nothing but an unscrupulous adventurer who took advantage of an innocent girl. But I know it's not true.
Tak počkej, to je jedna věc. A ještě si tam máme vzít sebou něco. A koníka si sebou asi brát nebudeme.
No need to go in the bathroom. I've already packed my toiletries, and I won't feel sick again until tomorrow morning. It's late. I shouldn't roam about in the house.
Počkej, a co ještě tam vezme?
Well, that should be it.
Jo, to je všechno. Close my suitcase.
All I need to do now is to conclude my diary entry and hide it somewhere safe with Leon's letter.
Say goodbye to your diary.
I'll put you away in there as soon as I'm done, dear diary. Better to keep you safe than risking to lose you where I'm going.
Počkej, ale kam ona to schová, jakože? Ty pamatuju, že jsme byli mladí, jak to bylo docela moderní, že se holky psaly
Now you know everything, dear diary. It is now, I guess, the time to say goodbye for a while. All I can hope now is that Leon will survive winter in those faraway mountains, and that he will find a way to come home and clear his name. We will wait until then, me and the baby.
Okay.
Me and the baby?
Do you still think there might be a family connection between you, Kate Walker?
To bude podle mě ta zakladatelka té továrny. Ta Anna Wolenbergová, nebo nějak tak. Bych řekl já teda.
Well, all I know is that my family on my mother's side came from Europe. Well, like a lot of New Yorkers, right? I don't know from where exactly, but... And then there's the music box my mother left me, which it turns out plays the Vaughan anthem. I mean, it all seems so magical. Almost like destinies at play.
Or a coincidence, Kate Walker. The law of coincidences states that the more an individual is liable to believe in coincidences, the more coincidences happen to them.
But then there's the fact, Oscar, that everyone keeps telling me Dana and I look so much alike.
What do you plan on doing now, Kate Walker?
According to the diary, Dana left for a sanatorium outside of town. The records might tell what became of her and her baby. But before we go, there's something that's been bothering me.
What is it, Kate Walker?
The pogrom that Frau Heigl told us about, the one during which the house and the neighborhood were ransacked, happened in 1938, if I recall correctly. Dana said that she was leaving for the sanatorium for a few months at the end of 1937.
Indeed, Kate Walker. So it is very likely she was safe and sound over there when the pogrom occurred.
Yes, but what if she was home with her baby? I need to be sure before we leave for the sanitarium, Oscar. We need to search the neighborhood for more evidence.
All right, Kate Walker. Where you lead, I will follow. As long as you don't forget your bag.
Trust me, Oscar. You're the only friend I've got right now. I ain't losing you.
No dobrý, takže ona se rozhodla, že půjdeme jakoby hledat tu Danu do sanatoria, ale ještě předtím se chce podívat po okolí, jestli opravdu jako skončila v tom sanatoriu nebo ne, jestli nebyla v době, kdy se to tady vybombardovalo na místě. Takže bychom měli čuchnout v okolí, jo. Ale kde? Tady to ono.
Huh. According to that book, the pogrom occurred at the beginning of November 1938. We're getting close, but it's not enough to draw conclusions yet. I hope I haven't overlooked anything in Dana's room.
You can always come back later for another look around, Kate Walker.
Počkej, jakože jsme něco mohli nechat ještě v té danině místnosti. Tomu nevěřím. Ale ještě to tam radši jako prozkoumám. Počkej, tady to nepůjde, že? Ne, půjde to.
Threats, riddled with misspellings and signed Frank Hoss, that member of the Brown Shadow who had it in for Leon at the refuge. Looks like he never forgave them and was after Dana during the pogrom.
Indeed, Kate Walker, but the very existence of this message could mean she wasn't home when those tragic events occurred.
Come on, Oscar, we need to find more clues. Dana's initials.
Ty kráso, to už je docela slušně použitý šňuptychl.
So, according to that letter, Dana was supposed to stay at the sanatorium until December 1938. Looks like there were medical complications. That's a good clue, I guess, but I need to find more.
Jakože tady bylo teď jasně potvrzený, že ta Dana měla v tom sanatoriu zůstat až do prosince. Ale ona stejně potřebuje nějaký věci.
The room was ransacked and pillaged during a pogrom of the Brown Shadow, I guess. God, I hope Dana was away that day.
Co by to ještě mohlo být? Tady to jsme otevřeli, tady to je hotový. Tady nic není.
I'd better continue searching on the bridge.
I am also under the impression there's nothing else to find here, Kate Walker.
Takže máme jít hledat na ten most, jo. Ale slušně mě tahají za nos. Počkej, tady se dá tudy. To je slušný. Stalker 2, to bude zase test, tyhle našich mašin. Ne, ještě se nám neukázala.
I need to find out if Dana escaped the pogrom.
Indeed, Kate Walker. A monument dedicated to the victims
Jo.
would be the ideal place to find out if Dana did or did not escape.
Teď máme jít k tomu monumentu, máme dokonce i kapesňác. Že by bylo pokračování Immortals Phoenix Rising? Ty vole, oni to budou dojet, dokud to nevydojejí úplně. Tam nebude podle mě.
Dana isn't mentioned here.
Takovým stoletým kapesníkem, ty jednou by do toho zabralo a kapesník by schořel.
Anton and Dana Roze. Dana's parents. Oh God, they were killed during the pogrom.
Is Dana Roze also mentioned?
It doesn't look like it, no. But I need to be sure.
Tak rodiče zemřeli při
I
tom,
think that's it, Oscar. We know that the pogrom occurred at the beginning of November 1938. Dana's parents, Anton and Lena, were killed, that's certain. But Dana was supposed to be at the sanatorium back then.
Which seems to be confirmed by that message Herr Hoss left in the house, Kate Walker.
Exactly. So I guess we're done here, Oscar. Let's take the tram back to the guest house. We'll try to find that sanitarium first thing tomorrow.
Ty kráso. Takže teď zpátky na tramvaj. Zpátky do hotelu. A zjišťovat, kde je sanatorium. To je pořádná příběhovka. Když si člověk vezme, se táhneme prostě jenom za nějakým příběhem někoho. Jde zpátky do sanatoria. Refuge, house, guest house tady.
So, there she is. The famous Kate Walker.
Sorry, what?
Dana Roze. I knew her very well, you know. Our Dana darling. Waiting for the tram, aren't you? Well, we'd be better off speaking at the guest house. I hear there's a storm coming. Pleased to make your acquaintance, Miss Walker. Colonel Blake.
Colonel Blake or Fraulein Junta?
Connecting the dots, are we? You're a very clever young woman. But you must be eager to know why I'm here in front of you, bearing the surname of one of Her Majesty's military officers. But here's our tram. Would you be so kind?
Jinak kdybyste nevěděli, tak tady ta starší paní, to je ta ženská, která fotila toho utečence ze začátku. Jak tam fotili.
So, Miss Walker, you've been rather quiet. I would have thought you'd have some questions for me. No?
Why did you change your name?
I didn't. I just took it back. You see, I was born and raised in London. My parents were diplomats from Austria. Janet Blake was always my real name.
And how did you become a British military officer? It doesn't sound like the usual career path for a famous artist.
Very true indeed, Miss Walker. But I actually have been both during my lifetime. The British Secret Service hired me as soon as they heard I was going to work close to the Brown Shadow in Ostertal. Back in the 30s, that was, just before I met Dana at the refuge.
So you were some kind of double agent?
Tak oni tam
Made it sound more romantic than it really was, miss. But yes, I guess one could say so.
Tak ona tam nebyla jako pro focení na tom útočišti v těch horách. Ona tam byla objednaná prostě rozvědkou.
You mentioned the guest house. Are you staying there too?
Indeed, Miss Walker. It's actually Frau Wagner who told me about you. When she told me that you were looking for Dana, I knew I had to talk to you. Frau Wagner told me to call the academy, which I did, and the rector then redirected me towards the Bridge of Mists. And that's how I ended up wandering up and down it, asking about a mysterious American woman with a painting.
I guess you have new information about Dana for me?
I might very well indeed, Miss Walker, but what if you told me first what that little investigation of yours has dug up about Dana?
I know Dana was very concerned about Leon being on the run after the death of that scientist, Herr Berger. I can't blame her. How could he survive through the winter all alone in the mountains in a strange country?
How could he? That's exactly the right question, Miss Walker. That origin expedition in Baltayar. What a mess that was.
Don't take this the wrong way, Colonel, but I really need to know what happened to Dana after she left for the sanatorium to have her baby.
I must confess, Miss Walker, that I was afraid you might overlook some of the painful information here, which is clearly the case.
What do you mean?
Look, I think it would be best if we stay in this carriage until the very end. I know it is an odd request to make, but you really must see this for yourself.
Well,
Until then, I recommend you look outside the window. I guarantee it'll be worth your while.
Tak takovýhle šaliny v Brně nemáte.
I'm sorry, Miss Walker, but chasing you around that bridge was more exhausting than I thought.
That's okay. I can wait.
Ah, nonsense. I know how eager you are to find out about Dana. So you go first. I'll meet you at section 08. I'll come meet you there.
Vypadej se dozvíme od Dana nějaký jako info tady.
Can't you just tell me what we're doing here?
I know it must seem cruel, speaking in riddles and keeping up all this mystery like a bloody fortune teller, but I promise you must see for yourself.
Já teď nám řekla, že nám nemůže to jako vyvalit, co se stalo, ale že se musí podívat sama.
Miss, section 08. Find it, and I'll meet you there.
Oof, it's cold as hell here.
Tyjo, co je tohle z toho? Labuťky? Jo, nemáme krmit labuťky.
How the heck do I get myself into these situations? These ruins, they look like they're from the Middle Ages or something. There's something sinister about all this.
Have no fear, Kate Walker. The sun's setting, and you're all alone in an isolated and derelict place. Statistically speaking, it is highly improbable that you'll meet anybody, good or bad.
Thank you, Oscar, but please do me a favor. Stop trying to reassure me, would you?
To je Krchov, vole.
This place gives me the creeps. Looks like...
Je to hřbitov.
Oh, jeez.
Těžko víc.
What is it, Kate Walker?
This place, it's a cemetery, Oscar. I think Dana's...
Máme jít na O8.
Oh my God, she must have...
Don't jump to hasty...
Section 08 is over there. I don't have time to get lost in that maze.
A kde jsme my?
I'm gonna need you to be my eyes, Oscar.
Will do. Just call me whenever you need directions.
A cemetery? Oh my God.
Ne, my se můžeme přepnout na Oscara.
Then.
A kde je vstup? To musí být tady, ne? Počkej, Oscar je tady. Takže doleva a doprava.
Section D.
No to tady bude zbouraný, koukej. Tady jsou schody, hele, super. Doprava jsou schody, hele, šli jsme. Doleva, doprava jsou schody. Rovně a jsme tam. V Krchovech se vyznám. To tady to úplně bude.
It needs a key. The Undertakers must store their tools in it.
Undertaker. To je vlastně hrobník, že jo? Tak tady, a tady by měly být další schody.
A dead end. I'll have to go
Jak
back.
jinak, ty vole? Budeš v hovně. No to tady bude trošku zapeklitý, no, takže dobrý. Když se pojďme na Oscara, tak my jsme se nedostali tady přes ty dveře, což znamená, že to vezmeme tudy po schodech nahoru. No a teď nevím, kde jsme, ty vole. No. Tady by měla být obchůzka, je to tak? Ne, tak to je tady. To je ono. A tady jsou nějaký tady automatoni.
Illegible. Section P. Can you tell me where I am?
Just
to,
leave me a
my
second.
jsme tady nahoře. Takže tady dolů jenom. Se jí dolů jenom. Teď je otázkou, kudy se schází dolů, tak tady. A o tam teď jsme asi šli. To je očko.
A dead end. I'll have to go back.
Dobrý, jak ona... Očka jsme. Ale kde je 8?
Section O. That's it. Dana Roze, 1938. Gone to a better place. Oh no. What happened?
Dana's health had deteriorated at the sanatorium. Her coughing fits, the pregnancy, and all the stress about Leon being on the run out there in Baltayar. It was just too much for her to bear. The doctors had to put her to sleep before her delivery. There were complications, and when she woke up, her parents told her the terrible news. They had already buried the baby girl.
And afterwards?
Dana became sterile because of the complications during childbirth, so she remained at the sanatorium a few months more. She was devastated, poor darling.
That's how she survived the pogroms.
Yes, but that didn't mean she was safe.
How come the Brown Shadow didn't go after Dana? They controlled Ostertal back then, right?
Oh, they would have eventually, believe me.
So what happened afterwards?
Dana lost everything. Her parents, her baby, Leon. I think she would have just given up if I hadn't been there that day. But I had to go to London. Back then, I used to get invited every year or so to all kinds of artistic events. I could then make out my report to the British Secret Service without arousing the Brown Shadow's suspicion. So I took Dana with me to save her from them. Dana stayed in London for about 6 years. I found her a flat and a position with my real employer, the Foreign Office. She had no family, no friends, and in a way she had no life. She spent every minute she had in the office fighting in her own way against those who took everything from her. She went from one promotion to another, and soon she was among those in charge of coordinating all the resistance fighter groups pertaining to the different occupied countries of Europe.
All right, Dana. Focus. The Admiral's...
Vůbec nevím, co tady po mně chtějí, ale budíš.
If I follow the instructions on the reports correctly, I should be able to place all the units mentioned.
Ty vole, to jsou mi věci.
According to the reports, most of the units are found in the sea areas, along the French coast and some in Belgium.
Počkej, co chce v Belgii? Ty vole, to jsou mi věci. Počkej, a tank division is leaving Schattenburg to reach the Sam battery near Brest. Takže Schattenburg a Brest. To by mělo být takhle. Two Sam batteries have been spotted towards Dover. Takže Dover tady. To by mělo být takhle. To teď. Some batteries near KN. KN tady. Takže tady by měly být teda ty samy. Le Havre tank division. Le Havre. Takže tady je tank. Dobrý. Co tohle z toho bylo? To tady mám všechno zapsat, to je úplně šílený. Hele, tady je další reading. A submarine is tedy in the North Sea. Takže North Sea je submarine.
I should check the reports. I think I've made mistakes on the map.
Jo, to jsme určitě maili. Tady je two of three submarines positioned in Celtic Sea have left to Cherbourg, takže Cherbourg, tam jsou 2. Kde to máme? Celtic Sea. Takže tady bude 1.
Looks like I've pinned too many units on the map. I should read the reports again.
Remove.
I should check the reports.
Remove. Cherbourg, takže jsou 2. To je dobrý. A submarine left Cherbourg to meet with another one positioned near Brest in the North Atlantic Ocean. Brest, tady nikde jsem viděl Brest tady. Počkej, takže Cherbourg, remove, tady. Počkej, ještě jednou. Ono to je docela jako náser tohle překládat. Ponorka, která jela na Cherbourg, se potkat s near Atlantic Ocean. Tak počkej. A submarine is still positioned in the North Sea. 2 of 3 submarines positioned in the Celtic Sea have left for Cherbourg. Kde je Celtic Sea? Tady. 2 jeli tady na Celtic Sea a 1 by měla být teda tady. Čekaj, já se ještě podívám. 2 of 3 submarines positioned in the Celtic Sea have left for Cherbourg. Počkej, 2 of 3. To jsem udělal. A submarine left for Cherbourg to meet with the one positioned near Brest. Takže počkej, Brest. Tady. To je dobrý. Takže tady to je good. Co píšou tady? To je shit. Our scars have confirmed that 2 tanks division are still positioned in Belgium. A 1 division... Počkej, takže our scouts have confirmed that 2 tank division are still positioned in Belgium. Please note that another tank division left for Le Havre. Teď je otázkou, jestli ty Belgium jsou teda 2, anebo 1 removenu. A 1 je na Le Havre. Ty vole, to je složitý tohle. French Western Coast situation. Tak pojď. 2 some batteries have been spotted towards Dover. A tank division is leaving Cherbourg to reach the Somme. Počkej, a tank division is leaving Cherbourg. Takže opouští Cherbourg, aby šli na Somme, battery na near Brest. No a Brest je tady. Tady by měla být Somme baterie. Tady to. Cherbourg je tady. To znamená, že tady by měl být tank. Jestli tomu rozumím dobře. Some batteries have been ported towards Dover, okay. A tank division is leaving Cherbourg to reach some battery near Brest. The some battery near Caen is still active. Kde je Caen? Jo, takže takhle by to bylo, takhle by to sedělo. Co ten Cherbourg? Kolik tam toho je? A naproti Douru jsou 2. Což znamená, že tady nic. A tady by mohly být teda jakože 2. Jakože towers.
In all, the reports speak of 14 units. That's 6 submarines, 4 tanks, and 4 anti-aircraft defenses.
1,
All we
2,
need to do
3,
is to place them
4, to je good.
correctly according to the information contained in the documents.
Kolik těch submarines?
In all, the reports speak of 14 units. That's 6 submarines, 4
submarines.
tanks,
1,
and 4
2,
anti-aircraft
3,
defenses.
4.
All we need to do is to place them correctly according to the information contained in the documents. I should check the reports. I think I've made mistakes on the map.
Ty vole, to tady pojedu týden. Čekej. Jak by to tam mohlo být? Čekej, submarines. Ty submariny tam mám blbě, podle mě. A submarine is still positioned in the North Sea. To je jako jasný. 2 of 3 submarines positioned in Celtic Sea have left for check. Takže počkej. 3 celkově. Ty vole, tu jsem blázen.
Looks like I've pinned 2. I should check the reports. I think I've made mistakes on the map. Looks like I should check the reports.
To jedu hrozně o bank, ty vole, tohle. Či já se musím podívat na nějakou radu, ne, tohle je tragédie. No asi na internetu, ale nic nebude, jo. Pozor. Tak kde jsem udělal chybu? Tady mám submaríny, to je good. 2 submaríny mají být tady, jedna je tady a jedna je tady. Tohle tam musí jít pryč.
Looks like I've pinned too many units on the map.
Tady je tohle v pořádku, tohle je taky v pořádku, tady je taky v pořádku, tady je taky v pořádku. Tady tank není.
I should check the reports. I think I've made mistakes.
Tady jsou 2 tanky. Tady jsou 2 gun.
Looks like I've pinned too many units on the map. I should read the reports again.
Baruško. Tady je tank, tohle. Tady to je špatně. A je to.
That's it, I guess.
Jsem idiot, já to vím.
Junta! Dana, darling, you can use my real name here, you know.
Sorry, but I just can't get used to it. For me, you'll always be Ginger Junta.
Charming. I'm sure I have Lenny to thank for that, hmm? You were always too soft on that little brat.
Maybe. I guess. Anyway, what are you doing here? So glad to see you.
Only doing my duty, Dana darling. A gallery invited me for a conference, so I jumped at the occasion to report back to our superiors. But it might be the last time for a while, I'm afraid. It's getting very hard to leave the occupied territories, even for a famous so-called pro-brown shadow artist like me. Anyway, how have you been since my last visit?
Well, with Leon being missing and probably lying dead somewhere in Baltayar for the past 7 years, and what happened to my parents, you know how I feel. But it's all beginning to feel like a dream, Junta. A distant dream. Especially her. And I don't want it to, you know, I don't want her, my sweet Anna, to just fade away. I'm sorry, Yunta, but could we please change the subject?
Of course, darling.
What is it?
More work for you, actually.
Oh?
Yes. The Allies need someone for an operation with the Resistance in occupied territory, and they think it should be you. But truth be told, Dana, I'm not sure that's such a good idea.
Why not? I did volunteer for field operations. They've trained me a lot for that.
I know, Dana, but this operation will happen in Ostertal, right next to Wagen, actually.
I see.
Look, you don't need to answer me this minute. And no one would blame you if you declined the mission. We all know you don't only have happy memories of Wagen. You still have time to think it over. But before you give your final answer, they need you to identify the resistance group that will execute the operation. It's all explained here. And of course it's all top secret stuff. So you must cross-reference the documents right here in this room. You'll have to use that thing over there.
But I don't know how to use it.
I'm sure that's easy for you. You have such a clever mind, my little virtuoso. I'll see you later.
Well, let's get cracking then.
Ty vole, jestli tohle to bude asi hádanka. Jasný, no, takže poblíž jejího města se má nějaká operace konat. Válečná, jasný. Počkej, kolik to má mít? Jo, ono to má být někde tady.
From what I can understand of that thing, the pressure must be high in the left tube, but low in the right one.
Dobrý.
That must be for mixing the correct proportions of rarefied air in the system with the compressed air.
I think this is it. Jo, to jsou systémy. OK, tak tohle jste hotový. No počkej. Oni po nás chtějí. Topic bude infrastructures, battlefronts, no to je tady to. Teď přemýšlím. To bude ono asi, ne?
Silly me. Can't be it. Better try something else.
O? Už blbě.
Silly me. Can't be it. Better try something else. I should be careful with my request. The file I need should concern a group of resistance fighters located in Ostertal.
Dobrá. Takže tady bude v tom případě teda... Čekej, resistance. Co tady? OK, tohle by možná mohlo být.
Silly me. Can't be it. Better try something else. I should be careful with my request. The file I need should concern a group of resistance fighters located. Come on, Dana. It can't be that hard. You need to ask for a file about resistance networks in Ostertal.
Networks, jo. Tyhle, koho by to napadlo?
Right. Let's see.
Wagen, tak to je tady. To je normálně, se z toho stává normálně válka jak hovado.
A coincidence. It must be a coincidence. The network leader's alias.
Come here now, my pretty Edelweiss.
Jakože by to bylo on, jo.
Don't call me that, you know I don't like it.
It's true though. That's exactly where you are, my pretty Edelweiss.
Takže je živej.
He's alive. He's alive. I need to. Oh, good grief. But how did he? Yunta! Yunta!
So Leon made it from Baltayar. But how?
I have no idea, miss. All I know is that he survived for almost a year in the mountains before coming back to Ostertal to set up the Edelweiss resistance group.
Which made Dana accept the mission you told her about back then, right?
Of course, she was given extra training and was dropped near Wagen the following summer to carry it out. We'd better get going. It looks like the storm is coming.
You go first. I'll meet you at the tram station in a minute.
Of course. Take all the time you need.
Tyva, zase se dostat z tady toho bordelu. Doufám, že nás tam přehoupnou bez potíží. Tak jestli tomu dobře rozumím, tak tady to by mělo být dítě. Pohřbený. Leaf Cemetery. tady je nějaký ten cestníček. Aj ne, co blbneš? Tam lidi. Počkej, ona tam nechce. Jo, chce, jenom je to splašený hybý. Počkej, tady byl cestníček, to už jsme u Ačka, u Bčka, tady máme, yes, easy.
So, bye again.
What the heck?
What is it, Kate Walker?
The gates, they just closed. Oh, there must be a mechanism to open them somewhere.
There always is, Kate Walker. Is there anything that requires my assistance?
Chudák, tyjo, z tašky na Krchov, z Krchova do tašky. Ty kráso, no. Máme za sebou 3 hodiny gameplaye zase. 3 hodiny gameplaye, dostali jsme se na Krchov, já si myslím, že je docela dobrý. Některý ty hádanky mě dali docela zabrat popravdě. Ono je to docela náročný na angličtinu, jako nechci tady brečet, ale popravdě, že ten, kdo nehoví angličtině, tak si tady tu hru vůbec neužije. Zatím. Měli by jako dodatečnej, jakoby takové držhubné, dodat češtinu. Já si myslím, že tu češtinu dodají, až to všichni dopaříme. Ale tam by eventuálně nebyl problém si to zapařit, když tak znova v češtině. Hra by měla mít celkem asi nějakých 10 herních hodin. Já si myslím, že už se tak nějak dostáváme, ale možná to bude ještě delší. Mě osobně ten příběh docela chytnul. Jsem zvědavý, jestli ta Dana žije, nebo jestli jsou někde jako páprdové v nějakém domu pro seniory a tak dále. Každopádně moc krát děkuju za vaše lajky, případné odběry, anebo za to, že jste zhlédli toto video. Kdyby se vám moje videa líbily, tak zajděte na streamu skoro každý večer. A hezký zbytek dne a uvidíme se jako vždycky, uvidíme se na GRku na streamu.